Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. Haven't uploaded in a while, but we've just got some transfer news. A new striker has come in, joined AFC Wimbledon on a permanent deal. It's the Forest Green striker Mathew Stevens who joins the Dons on a permanent deal. I'm really excited about this transfer, but in today's video we're going to go through what Wimbledon fans can expect from this player. How do we think he'll fit into the squad? What formation we can play with him, and what overall he brings to the squads. He looks good, but let's dive into it more. Before we get into this video, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So much content coming out this season. And yeah, Mathew Stevens, first transfer of the season. Let's dive into it. AFC Wimbledon have just announced that we have signed Mathew Stevens from Forest Green Rovers on a permanent deal. So excited about this transfer. To be honest, last season scored 11 goals in 33 games, 9 in the league, 2 in the cup, got 1 assist, around a 7 out of 10 rating on FOTMob, which we see. Overall, I think this is a really good transfer, to be honest. We've played against him many times. He's had a decent career. He's a goal scorer. He creates opportunities as well. He's tall, he's strong, and I think we need another strong and physical asset up front to go alongside Bugle, Kelly. Ever since Ali Al Hamadi left Wimbledon, it just kind of felt like we lost a massive place in the team, and we haven't really had that player come in and rebuild the squad up front. And I think Mathew Stevens is a really good start to the transfer window, scoring 11 goals in a side which was pretty awful for the whole season. Forest Green obviously getting relegated from League Two. I think this is a really smart transfer. I think he's a player which can easily play in League Two. Maybe he was too good for Forest Green, and I think we just need more striker options, don't we? And I think this is a really good start. Hopefully we can bring in a couple more strikers. Obviously Lyle Taylor, loads of players want Lyle Taylor back, but Mathew Stevens, maybe a player which I didn't really think was going to join Wimbledon. I think if he stayed in the National League for Forest Green, I think he would have done really well, but obviously he wants to stay in League Two, and he scored so many goals in League Two already. And I think it's quite a smart transfer for Wimbledon. Craig Cope's done a really good job. And so far, the first transfer of the season, Mathew Stevens, really good player to start off with. And let's dive more into talking about Mathew Stevens' careers and how many goals he scored for each club. So talking about Matty Stevens' career, pretty much just started in National League with Kettering. He's moved to Peterborough, Slough Town. He's been at Forest Green on and off for so many years. In Forest Green's promotion season to League Two in the National League, he played 42 games, 27 goals. So, I mean, he's a really good striker. We know what Mathew Stevens can do. He's a strong physical asset towards the club. And a lot of Forest Green fans rate him, to be fair. I mean, as I said earlier on in the video, I think if he stayed at Forest Green, stayed in the National League with Forest Green, I think he would have done really well. But we know he's a really big threat for defenders. And I'm quite excited to see how he plays, to be honest. It's really good to see that we have a signing on the 20th of May. Obviously, he got released from Forest Green. Maybe he wasn't in Forest Green's plans, but it's good to see that we're looking at transfers straight away, getting the business done straight away. And that's kind of what we did last season as well. And it's good to see Craig Cope, Johnny Jackson is following the same tradition with getting transfers done early so we can get the core of the squad in, hopefully. And then I'm sorry, I'm waffling a little bit, but it's just good to see that we're getting transfers in early so that we don't need to do everything late, so we don't have players coming in late and not bedding into the squad. I think getting in players early and bedding them in way before pre-season even starts is a really good thing, and I think that helps with just the connections, the friendships towards in the team, and it's going to help towards pre-season. Everyone's going to know each other before pre-season even starts. And it's really exciting times. We know what Mathew Stevens can do. A really good striker. He's strong. Maybe not as strong as Omar Bugle. They have different strengths, but Mathew Stevens can score from pretty much wherever. He's scored goals from in behind. It's another aerial aspect as well. We have so many players which we can just launch into the box, a corner, long throw, and if we keep Kofi Barmer, who knows? But it's a really good asset from the club. And let's hope we can get a couple more strikers in, because I still think we need a couple more strikers, just to give us a little bit more depth up front, as I think that is somewhere where we lacked towards the end of the season. Even though Bugle turned it on a little bit towards the end of the season, there's obviously been a massive hole to fill after Ali Al Hamadi left in January to Ipswich Town. And also, talking about Ali, we're going to have a lot more money now just because Ali Al Hamadi left and he got promoted to the Premier League for Ipswich Town. So I believe I'm not really sure how much it is. I've heard it might be another £1 million in add-ons, so that's a really good thing. Wimbledon have quite a lot of money to spend, even if most of that money goes towards the stadium, paying it off, fair enough. I'd love to see us keep a lot of that budget to sign players, because we really want to get promoted this season. I think it's, especially when you compare it to last season, the league is so much easier. You have Wrexham, Stockport, Mansfield and Crawley go up. A little bit disappointed that Crawley went up. Crawley's always a good away day. But yeah, the league looks a lot easier, and we've got to do really well in the transfer window to get up. Obviously, you still have Chesterfield, Notts County. Even the teams that come down might be battling to get straight back up. Promotion is an easier league. Hopefully we can get it. Mathew Stevens, it's a really, really good start. And hopefully Craig Cope, Johnny Jackson can keep pulling in these signings. Get it early done. Get it done before we go off to Spain again in pre-season. I think that's a really good thing, because that Spain trip really helped the core of the squad, helped friendships be made. And let's hope it's a really positive season. This is the first video I've done in about 2 weeks. Kind of came out the blue, but it's really, really good to see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of our first summer signing of the transfer window, Mathew Stevens, on a 2-year permanent deal. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. I think it's a brilliant signing. As I said, he's strong, physical. He's got a goal scoring attributes. He's scored 11 goals in a really poor Forest Green side last season. So let's see what he can do this season. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, thank you for watching. Come on, you dons.